Hello, speech people and probably YouTube followers. My name is Jaden, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a story time, which I would like to call A Piece of My Mind, because the story is about losing a piece of my mind. So, a little bit of backtracking. My name is Jaden Mertz, and I am currently a theater major at Blinn College. Before all this happens, it starts in the fall of 2019. I wake up one morning and my mom points something out to me. She says, "Your eyeball, it looks a little bit puffy under there." So I also look in the mirror and say, "Yeah, it does look a little puffy." But we don't really think about it. It's fall. There's going to be stuff in the air, allergies going around, the cool weather. Could be anything. So I go to school. My teacher points out the same thing. She says, "Your eye, it looks like you have a black eye. Do you need any ice or did you get into a fight?" I say, "No, I'm perfectly fine." And this happens for another 2 weeks or so. It's now November, or closing the end of November, and it's a real problem. It's starting to get bigger and bigger. We then go to a doctor, and they say, "This looks like your son has a case of Graves' disease. It's pushing your son's eye out, and it is out 0.3 millimeters. Now, 0.3 millimeters is not that much of a difference, but compared to what your eye is, 3.3 millimeters is a very big difference from what this eye would be. So think of this eye like shifted over. And it didn't really seem like a problem because Graves' disease isn't something you can cure. It's generational or something with the genes. This is a one-take video, so I'm going to have that problem. But anyway, so moving on, 4 weeks go by living with this big mass growing in my eye that's constantly getting shifted over, and we start thinking this can't be Graves' disease because it's not affecting the other eye. Usually it's both eyes that are affected. So my mom calls the hospital and sends me over to the Houston area at the Texas Children's, and we get an MRI done. Turns out it was not Graves' disease and something probably worse. It was a tumor growing behind this eye that had attached itself from this eye to my nose to my brain. And that is a big problem because they said this could possibly risk my life and everything in here. It could just grow in mass. So anyway, they start giving my mom some ideas of what to do about this. They could do a surgery that would cause my tumor to be gone but probably take my eye with it. Or they could try something new. But they've done it before, and it's probably the safest option for my situation. So we go back home and we're thinking over this, like, do I want to lose my eyeball or do I want to possibly do this new thing that they don't know will work? But apparently it's worked before, so we choose to do the new idea, which it would have been cool to have a fake eye. I could have had replacements, different colors. I really wanted to do that. Secretly, I wanted to do that, but hey, at least I'm alive and well today. That's a spoiler, I guess. No kidding. So wait, after we get the surgery done, I do not remember anything for the first 2 days because I was passed out or I had brain fog and I was not mentally awake during that time. But yes, they say everything went well, and now this is the end of the second week. And I'm about to get discharged, and they say, "We're going to have to send you back into surgery because we missed a spot." What? They missed a whole area up here that had regrown and slowly was spreading back. And they said, "You're going to have to go back into surgery." So after the second surgery, they confirmed they have gotten everything done, but I have to go back in to the physical therapy part. And I have to learn how to walk again, learn how to use my hands. And it was a fun experience. That's when they pull us into the next room and they're like, "Exciting news? You were the first person to get this surgery done." And I was like, "Wait, you told us this isn't the first time you've done it." And they were like, "Well, this time it was the first at this hospital." And so, yeah, shocker. Couldn't have worked probably. So anyway, we get out of the hospital, and after the first probably month of being in the hospital and going in every single week for just checkups and everything, I never get my sense of smell back. And they say, oh, that's just temporary. You'll get it back eventually. This, like we said, it's experimental and there shouldn't be anything stopping you from smelling. So then it's like 3 months later. Now I'm on the once every 2 weeks start. And I still can't smell a thing. My whole entire sinus is cleared. Nothing is blocking up anything. And so my dad takes me to another hospital where they do another test. And the lady looks into my sinuses and she's like, you're never going to be smelling again. I'm shocked again. I'm like, this is the second time that my hospital has lied to me about something that at first they were like, this surgery has worked many times before and it's going to be perfect for you, to being like, this is the first time. We have written a book about this, but we can't put your name in it for legal reasons, which I am really bummed about because that is such a cool idea. But then, anyway, we then go and she says, yeah, you're never smelling again. So think of your brain as a machine, and every part of your body that moves or does something is something that is individually wired. What that tumor had done is grown around my olfactory nerve, and now that it was removed, they removed the olfactory nerve with it, which is what contains your sense of smell. So basically, my nose does nothing but breathe. So yeah, I am lost without my smell. I have no credit to being the first person to have a successful surgery with that of the size that it was, which they wrote a whole entire book about it. They told me they'd sent to France to talk about. And my name's not on that, but my nurse's name is, or doctor's name is. So yeah, I don't have any credit. I have no prosthetic, which I really wish I could have had, but I did make a new best friend. And I would like to shout out Dr. Ramaswamy. You are the nicest person, and I'm sorry that I may be talking bad about you. You were nice. Thank you. And thank to all of you watching my video. You have a good day.